So I'm Marcus Trice, and this is the Kydex Lab class. Now I'm going to show some pictures after this short video of the process that I got to this. Now I will point out one thing. I switched the hardware and I don't know the actual names of these, but this is kind of like a hex slash flat blade sleeve that I put all the way through. And I cut down one of the rubber bushings in there, and then I was able to use a Phillips to go into it, and it acted more of like a tensioner compared to the other one that I had. And then also, and I don't know if I did this correctly, but I put the rubber grommets there because I feel like that's where you would need more space for your jeans or some pant material, and then that would hook on the belt. So what I did was I wanted a little bit more tension to it, and there's a fair amount of tension with this. When I put it in the mold, and when I put pressure on it, the firearm canted. It kept canting, and I did it like 3 times. So that's hence why. Oh, and by the way, this is not loaded. But I have the magazine in it like you guys recommended. As you can see, and I hate to point the gun up, but as you can see, this end of the firearm here and the sight is here. And so there's a little extra material here. I'll give you an inside look at it. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I did block up the trigger. I was really worried about an indentation on the trigger here doing an accidental discharge. So, and I built up the back so that I could put this on. Initially, I was going to do a strap, and it just didn't like it. So I went with the hard plastic loop. But not bad for my first attempt. All right, so I changed them again. To put them in here, and I feel like that rubber grommet condenses, and it actually adds a layer of scratch prevention, I think, for when you put the gun in. When I had it on the outside, I felt like the metal was just too exposed. I don't know whether or not to put something over this, but anyway. So here it is all taped up. The other side, I ended up cutting that little knob off. I marked it and then cut it. Got the press all ready. Popped it into the oven. This is the first time. That's what I used to cut it. Put it into the press for the first time. And then I had to put it back in the oven for a second time. And there it is, it finally flattened out. Back into the press again. And this is what I ended up with, and I started sanding it. And that's me marking it and ready for the holes to be drilled. And I drilled the holes. I did the one on the bottom. That's the inside coming up here. And I use that rubber grommet. I was hoping to try to use that as a tensioner, but I ended up changing that. And there it is on the inside of the waistband. There's another shot.